look, it's Obsidian Ant. What have you got for us this time?
Well, I've been playing Elite Dangerous for a very long time at this point, all the way back since launch 2014, and it's always a pleasure to find new interesting ways to jump in.
Down and locked. Engines offline.
Options such as this.
There is a point of interest within 50 kilometers of the ship.
So I've got some voice packs enabled here. These are from HCS voice packs, and as you can hear, they give us a crew aboard our ships that we can interact with. And some of these are from very famous actors, such as William Shatner at the beginning of the video, and in my SRV here, we've got John Lancie, who you'll know as Q from Star Trek. Open System Map.
System Map.
And many of these characters really have their own personality. Close System Map.
Acknowledged.
In this video then, we're going to talk about which voice packs are available, what they bring to the game, and what HCS are working on right now and in the future. Also, this video is sponsored by HCS Voice Packs, so my thanks to them for that. Do check out the link in the video description where you can find out everything you need to know. Okay, so what you might find interesting here is it's not just about the voice responses, but also the fact that you can actually control your ship and issue commands just by your voice. For example, try this. Protocols to the Pleiades Nebula. So as you can see, the voice pack via Voice Attack, which we'll talk about in just a moment, actually takes control of the game in many ways here, even going as far as typing in the destination.
Your next destination.
So that's where we're heading. A little bit of exploration then. Raise landing gear.
Retracting modules.
So I landed here early on. The sun's now gone down, completely dark. So enabled night vision.
Affirmative, Commander.
Oh, okay, just as well I did that because I was going to be crashing straight into that terrain. So as said, the HCS voice packs kind of turn your ship into a crewed vessel. These are fully voiced characters that respond to your commands and they talk back to you. And that really means that flying can feel way more personal than it does by default. Now the packs are designed for Elite in this specific case, but they're also designed for other games that can be Star Citizen, Microsoft Flight Simulator, as well as a selection of other titles, and you can purchase these packs for each of these games. It also means you can swap out who's on duty if you have multiple packs, and you can assign each crew member to various different stations on board your ship, and I'll show you how you do that with the Voice Attack software we'll discuss a little bit later on. It's also worth pointing out that HCS have been around for a long time releasing voice packs. That means some of them are very new, recently released, and others are actually quite old, many years at this point. But either way, it means you get characters you want, and the good news is that all of them are constantly kept up to date. There's no such thing as an old pack that's out of date. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you do have the ability to assign certain crew members, in other words, specific voice packs, to specific roles, specific stations aboard your ship. You do this through the Voice Attack software and the HCS profile settings. Now, to be perfectly clear here, these are not physical crew that are on board your ship inside the game. Instead, what happens is these are a kind of virtual crew. They exist purely within the Voice Attack software, the HCS profile, which is listening to the game at all times and then responds accordingly. So when you jump out of warp, we'll show that in a little bit, when you fall out of hyperspace, one of the voice packs might activate, giving you a little bit of information. And then when you give certain voice commands, of course, Voice Attack is listening and the software will respond and then carry out that command on board your ship. So that means commands like this: engage jump.
Preparing for jump.
And because Voice Attack and the Voicepacks are always paying attention, they know the context of what is going on in the game. So as we're watching here and the jump drive, the hyperspace drive is actually charging, the packs will know when that is actually complete and respond accordingly.
Adjusting for jump.
And if you want to take this a little further, there is another pack called Adastra. This is subscription based, £10 for 1 whole year. And what that does is give you a lot more context sensitive information. Examples such as this.
The system's primary star is scoopable. Fuel levels are at 86% of maximum. You have 7 jumps before your final destination. The nearest landable station is 4 light seconds away.
So this one is called Adastra, and it does a lot of things beyond just that. For example, it will tell you when you receive a combat bond from destroying an enemy ship. It will tell you what percentage your hull is at when your ship takes damage. It will even tell you what type of planet you've just scanned when inside the FSS scanner.
Data shows an icy body. This body has already been mapped.
Now, it's not all just about spaceships. The voice packs are also available in Odyssey. You can therefore purchase the pack called Gravity from HCS, and this allows you to interact with the suit, with your Odyssey suit via voice, and it also adds a voice into your suit. Next weapon. Previous weapon. Holster weapon.
Safety protocols engaged.
Reload. So this has all sorts of functionality, including reloading your weapon, using energy packs and health packs, as well as of course recalling your ship and many other functions as well. And when things get pretty hectic in Odyssey, this can be very helpful indeed.
Scanning now.
Further to this, there's another pack you can add. This one is called Exobiology.
Slow-growing organisms that can be found exclusively on rocky areas of planets. They are defined by a symbiotic relationship that has evolved between two unicellular organisms, which are now inseparable.
So this one is very interesting when it comes to doing exobiology, and then eventually later, of course, you'll be selling this data to Vista Genomics at the space stations. And what happens is when you scan a plant, when you scan any form of geology or biology, you get some really nice detailed scientific information about your discovery. And this information is all entirely voice acted as well.
Accessing database.
Osseous pumice. This osseous species grows a single thick stalk from which emerges a wide, broadly circular, pitted endoskeleton.
So, as I mentioned, this does require a third-party tool, a third-party app known as Voicepack. This is a Windows app that converts your spoken phrases into key presses effectively, macros and plug-in actions for the games and apps that you have voice packs for. This is what allows your voice pack to interact with Elite Dangerous via voice commands, or indeed any of the other games that you have voice packs for. So Voice Attack is available directly from their own website. I do believe it's $10 there, or you can get it from Steam for around £10. Additionally, it's now possible to get Voice Attack bundled directly with a voice pack from HCS themselves. Separately from that, HCS now have their own hub. This is a Steam-style interface. It makes installing voice packs very easy, and it also integrates very easily with Voice Attack as well. Essentially, you can purchase, download and install your voice packs with one click, and the hub will then do all the heavy lifting for you. So the HCS hub, what does it do? Well, it's a library for everything you own from HCS. You can click here to install and uninstall your various different packs. The hub also detects Voice Attack's location and then drops all the profiles and plugins exactly where they belong. Also, additionally, the hub is able to update your voice packs, so when HCS update the voice pack, you'll automatically get the updates as well. You can just simply update the voice pack from inside the hub. And this also works if you've had voice packs from previous years. If you've purchased them in the past, you can just log into the HCS hub. You just download that, log into it via the account that you made the purchases with, and you'll find all your voice packs already there. So yeah, this is a massive change to HCS and the way you interact with all of their stuff. And it's actually a pretty neat way of doing it. Very Steam-like in its implementation, and pretty straightforward as well. Oh, and it's also worth mentioning that HCS now have some of their voice packs bundled with Voice Attack, so you don't need to purchase them separately if you go for that option.
Congratulations on reaching the Pleiades Nebula in the constellation Taurus. Notably, there is a black hole located in the Maya system. And according to the Galnet newsfeed, the neighboring Merope system has a group of strange, organic-like artifacts you may want to investigate. However, if you're finished here and wish to continue, your next destination will be the Hind Nebula. I can plot a course for you to the Hind Nebula in stellar cartography.
The system's primary star is scoopable. Fuel levels are at 100% of maximum. The closest landable station is 633 light seconds away.
Ultimately then, the reason that I really do like using HCS voice packs is, well, there's a whole lot of different reasons here. Firstly is the immersion. As you've probably noticed, they do deliver quite a bit of different personality and character to the game that is otherwise missing. In fact, I really do feel that HCS have gone above and beyond with all of this, and it really does elevate Elite Dangerous to a whole different ballgame. Find me a landing pad.
Requesting docking clearance.
With the green docking lights on your right, they have allocated us a pad to the right of you, in the middle of the station.
So that's another thing that adds a whole lot to the game, just the ability to say what you want to give some commands and have them pretty much instantly enacted. Power to engines.
Powering engines.
And as you can see, it all works very fast. Power to shields.
As you wish.
Power to weapons.
Max weapons.
So there we have it. Look at HCS Voicepacks, the new hub that they're working on, which kind of centralizes everything and makes things much easier to use. And why ultimately the packs really do make Elite Dangerous feel far more immersive and much more interactive. Do check out those links in the video description where you can find out everything you need to know about this. My thanks again to HCS for sponsoring this video. Do take care, and I'll catch you next time.